Hello, welcome to another Arty Mouse News Bulletin. This is the monthly bulletin that introduces you to what is going on in the art world, whether it's any good, what I've seen, what you should go and see, what I thought was interesting. So, this month, first of all, there's an exhibition in London at the National Portrait Gallery about Paul McCartney. It's some of his old photographs that document 1963 and 1964, so the move from the UK gigs up until they sort of hit America and really blew up. It documents his journey from his perspective, which is really interesting, photographing the photographers, for example, that were following them around, photographing each other in the sort of more intimate moments on the bus, things like that. It's called The Eyes of the Storm. There's also a book that goes with it, and it really documents the kind of cultural shift for them. Is it art or is it history? I'm not really sure. It's kind of both, I think. It documents time, but there are also some really beautiful photographs in there. I think it's really kind of what they call an intimate portrait of the time of the Beatles. So I haven't seen it, but I think if I did, it would make me fall in love with the Beatles all over again. It's just a time capsule, and it might be really interesting to see from the band's perspective what was happening to them as their stardom really came into being. This month we went to visit Creswell Crags in the UK in Derbyshire, North Derbyshire, and it is absolutely beautiful place to go. There is a lot of history, there are a lot of bones that have been found there and early Ice Age art. It was absolutely gorgeous to walk down the gorge and see these giant trees and giant stones. It really felt like the stones themselves were going to rise up and walk away. It was absolutely beautiful to see. There's also a museum there where you can go and visit and see some of the bones that have been found and the art that's been found down there. And you can look at the history of the people who have made archaeological digs there, which is really interesting. And they have the very first piece of figurative art found in the UK, which is a piece of rib that has a horse's head carved into it. From my perspective as an artist, it looks like where art started in the UK when it was actually still attached to France. And we came home and I did some research and I found that the one we'd seen was a replica. It wasn't the actual thing. That's in the British Museum, just like everything is in the British Museum. But anyway, it had quite an impact on me at the time. So go and see that, Creswell Crags up in North Derbyshire, if you get a chance. Now, my last bulletin for today is The Haunting in Venice. This is a film that is actually out today, so go and see. It is a Agatha Christie mystery with Kenneth Branagh directing and starring as Poirot. I'm a big Agatha Christie fan, so I'm really excited to go and see this. As I say, it's out today, so I haven't seen it yet, but I will. And it's based on the novel A Halloween Party, which Christie wrote in 1969, and it's been moved for the film. It's obviously a lot of Christie stuff happens in a rural British village, but for the film it's been moved to Venice itself, and it looks really good. It looks really creepy. It's got Michelle Yeoh in it for a start and Tina Fey, so I am really looking forward to this one. It's about obviously a murder and Poirot trying to solve it despite the fact that he's retired. So I'm really looking forward to that one. It's the third time that Kenneth Branagh has directed something and been Poirot, and he is good. He's never going to be as good as David Suchet for me, because I was obviously brought up with him being Poirot on the BB of the Sea, and he's always in my mind as Poirot and always will be. But Branagh does a very good job, so I'm looking forward to seeing this in the next couple of weeks. So thank you for watching this month's bulletin. I'm really looking forward to seeing Haunting in Venice. I shall report back when I've seen that for you. Thank you very much for being here. If you want any more information, then go to the Arty Mouse Facebook page. There is artymouse.com as well, where you can buy some of my work if you want to. Subscribe to the channel, and that would really help me out. I'll see you next month. Bye.